Where do you start with SEO if you're an e-commerce business? This is a question I have been asked by my community on Facebook with both e-commerce and service-based businesses, and I've done a lot of stuff for service-based businesses. So today I'm going to be looking at an e-commerce website, a dog enrichment site selling various different enrichment products, and walk you through where I would start to get the SEO improved for this website. Now, with an e-commerce website, it can feel really, really difficult because typically if you've got a lot of products, that means you've got an awful lot of pages and you've got an awful lot of categories or collections. So let's jump into this website. It's called All About Enrichment, and have a look at where the bleep to start. Okay, so this is Rosie's website, All About Enrichment, and this is her homepage. So I'm going to have a brief scroll of her homepage so that we can see what we've got there, and then we'll dive into the juicy stuff. Okay, so it's empowering dogs and their guardians to live joyful, enriched lives, explore enrichment items, services and resources, etc. And then we can shop enrichment items or we can contact Rosie. Those buttons are great. And then we've got some enrichment items that we can kind of browse immediately by category, which is brilliant. And then we've got a lovely section explaining what they are with all these lovely icons. This is really well done. And then we've got services and reviews and the blog, hurrah, and newsletter and a lovely footer with all of the collections, easy to find, and the services, absolutely fantastic. Okay, so let's look at the homepage SEO as the first point of call. And so I have some whizzy little software which I will use. What I'm looking at when I'm looking at the basic SEO, what is that? What even is that? So we want to have a target keyword for each page of our website, and they should be different. A target keyword is basically what would somebody put into Google to find this page? What would somebody type in that's interested in landing on this page? And then once we've identified what search term we're going for, what keyword we're going for, we want to put it in a few key places. The content on the page is important as well, but I'm just going to focus on the very basics. So where do we want to put those things? We want to put those things in that keyword, that target keyword that you've chosen, in your meta title, also called your SEO title or title tag. That's what shows up in Google when somebody searches. I'll show you that in a moment. And then we want to have it in your H1, which is your page title, which at the moment for this page is populated with some strange image alt text and at least one subheader. So enrichment is going to be a very competitive search term. It's going to be hard for us to rank for it. But at the moment, what we're targeting is canine enrichment. So the first thing I would do when you're thinking about this is the keyword I'm going to settle on is Google it and look at what kind of results come up. So if I Google canine enrichment, what I'm going to find is blogs. All blogs around, mainly blogs. I think this is actually a product page, but mainly we're going to find blogs. So that indicates to me that we're very unlikely to rank a homepage for canine enrichment, because what Google understands when somebody Googles that is that they're looking for information around enrichment rather than enrichment toys or enrichment services. So we would probably want to have a look at changing that. How else do I know that that's what they're looking for? Because the people also ask section comes up with a bunch of questions around enrichment for dogs. So that tells me, and it tells Google's telling me really, that it knows that people that search canine enrichment are looking for information rather than products or services. So, we could say canine enrichment toys might be a better search term. And then what comes up? Products, yeah? And product pages. This is going to a collection, all toys page. In fact, all of them at the top are. So that's, probably more appropriate for an e-commerce store to be targeting for the homepage, the product page. I'm just going to look at what you call your services, because I don't know if somebody would search for canine enrichment sessions. Let's have a look. Maybe activities, there we go. So that would be a good one to go for. Dog enrichment activities, potentially. Oh no, have a look, it's bringing up blogs as well. I think that we're going to be best to go for enrichment toys, knowing that it's very competitive and difficult to rank for, but at least we're targeting something that's relevant. So what would I do? I would go change the title and make sure that it's actually formatted as a page title so that it's showing up as that H1 to something that includes the words canine enrichment toys or dog enrichment toys and activities. And then we've got, here I would have enrichment toys rather than enrichment item. And then down here, I would say, dog enrichment activities or something. And that's all that I would change on the homepage of this website because it's already banging. So where would you go next after that? So the next thing, if we look at what we were finding when we searched canine enrichment toys, is collection pages or category pages, as they're also called, depending on what platform you're using. So let's have a look at the categories that we've got on this website so far. I'm going to click shop, and we've got burrow items, chews, handcrafted ready to ship, licky items, foragers, puzzles, etc. So the first one that I looked at was burrow items, and I thought, do people search burrow items? What do they search? Again, let's have a look at what we're targeting here. Burrow items. We've got no meta description. So how would I go about choosing a new keyword that's more appropriate? So I searched burrow dog toys because I was wondering whether anybody searched for burrow dog toys, and they do. 480 people a month, roughly, search for burrow dog toys. So it could be that we changed that category to burrow dog toys. So we put that in our title and our meta title for that page, and then I would add some intro copy, which I'll talk through in a second. But I use some software called Keywords Everywhere. It's very affordable. What that is doing is giving me that search volume, so it's telling me whether people are searching for this or not, because that's going to be a guide to what kind of keywords you should choose, right? You want to choose what people are searching for that matches the thing that's on your page, and it tells me how competitive, so easy or hard it is to rank, 1 being more difficult, more competitive, 0 being really, really easy peasy, and it gives you cost per click if you were going to be paying for ads. Now, if I scroll down with Keywords Everywhere, it will give me other things that people search for. Now, hide and seek dog toys is an accurate description of the thing that we're searching for, or that's showing up on this page, and it's got more than double, triple the volume plus. So that might be a better keyword to target if we want to improve and increase the possibilities of us getting more traffic. Hide and seek dog toys, I've checked it. So that would be my next step. Check that it is bringing up the right kind of stuff, that we're matching the intent behind the search. The products that Rosie has on that page match the kinds of things that I'm seeing here. So I personally would change it to hide and seek dog toys. Now, when I talk about a meta title, this is the meta title, and you'll see that this one that's ranking at the top has got that at the beginning of her meta title. So what I would be doing on this page is changing burrow items here to hide and seek dog toys, changing the beginning of the meta title here to hide and seek dog toys, and then you can keep your all about enrichment, and writing a short description about what they're going to find if they click through to that page. So our meta title helps with our SEO, helps with getting found, and our meta description, or title description, SEO description, depending on what software you're using, its job is to win the click. So you want something that's going to entice people to click through. And then the only other thing that I would change on this page is to add some intro copy that explains what burrow items are for. Why would you use them? Why would somebody be interested in burrow items, hide and seek dog toys, whatever? And so this would give you an opportunity to use that synonym, the word I can never say, for burrow dog toys, which we know also has search volume, right? So we would go, here would be hide and seek dog toys, and then your intro could say, these dog toys are great for burrowing, they're great for dogs who love to dig, blah, blah, blah. And again, you could have a look here where we've Googled burrow dog toys and see what kind of questions come up, and you might use those to help inform what you put in your intro copy. You don't want to put a huge amount, but just a short, a paragraph, a couple of lines, which will give you a bit more SEO juice on the page, but it will also kind of help people immediately see the benefits of, like, why would I buy one of these products? And so with an e-commerce store, I'd always be working at this category level first, rather than trying to optimize all the individual pages, because your site is likely going to be massive. We've got lots of different products and lots of different pages, start at the category level. When you've done that, you can go through and optimize your product pages. So foragers, puzzles, it could be enrichment puzzles, puzzle toys for dogs. You'd follow that same process. Shredding items was one that got my attention because I thought, I wonder what people search for that. So I searched dog toys for shredders, and it came up with 170 a month. So I would follow the same process, right? I'd come down and say, are there any other keywords that might be better? Toys for dogs that like to shred, 720 a month. That's pretty good. And then you see this people also ask section. Is shredding good enrichment for dogs? How do you make shredding enrichment for dogs, etc.? And here's where your SEO goes to a whole new level. Once you've done your category pages, the best way for you to win more traffic to your e-commerce store would be to start creating blogs around this content. So you might, do a blog on toys for dogs that like to shred, and then you'd answer these questions within it, and you would point to some of your products. So you'd put some links inside that blog to your shredding toys, and those internal links would boost the SEO and the potential traffic that you could win to these products, and that informational style will start bringing you in traffic for the broader search terms where people are not looking specifically for products, but the kind of things they're searching are relevant to the things you sell, so they'd be good people to get onto your website. So I'm not going to go through all the categories because it will take forever, but essentially what we're going to be doing is finding what are the right keywords, what are the right things to target for each page, starting with our home page, and then for an e-commerce store, doing your category pages. Putting that keyword in your title for the page and your meta title, and if it's a page that's got subheadings, ideally at least one subheading. You could use a synonym instead of the keyword itself. Google is smart enough now to understand synonyms, so you don't have to use exactly the same phrasing over and over again and have that kind of repetition. And then after that, I'd be looking at blogs relevant to the products that you want to sell and trying to create some SEO content there, and it can be as simple as, finding your target keyword. I'm going to do a blog about toys for dogs that want to shred, and I'm going to answer the questions that come up. That's my blog. I'm going to make sure I put some internal links in it over to my products. If you've got a lead magnet, then you might embed that in there so you can get people on your mailing list, so you can tell them more about your products and help them more with the things that they're trying to achieve with their dog. That's it. I hope it's helpful. Please hit subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.